And again, whether your client wants to move to RBP or not is up to your client. SAP SuccessFactors is not going to enforce anything with respect to the security model.
Okay, but
Raghu Mohsin here.
last question is ECM is now fully supported on the administrative model, right?
Rohini, your question, your last sentence is breaking, Rohini.
Yeah, okay, so I repeat, my question is, Raghu, so does that mean that ECM is fully supported on the administrative model?
You mean to say EC?
Yeah, that employee, this module, EC module.
EC doesn't support on the talent management, on the administrative domains, guys. EC should go with your RBP.
So yeah, so that's what my question is, Raghu. So if I have to go with EC module and the compensation module in my organization's implementation, and for EC I'm using, if I opt for this role-based model for EC, then how I'm going to use the same, the admin for the.
No, in that case, you will not be able to use that, Rohini. You have to go with RBP only. Say if it is a hybrid implementation, that is when you have an alternative. Which one you want to use or which one you don't want to use.
So which means, Raghu, which means that if a company is using EC module, then mandatorily you have to use RBP if,
yes.
If you are implementing other modules also.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, got it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Raghu, I wanted to ask you a question regarding the integration of the EC module and the compensation module. Is this something going to be covered in our course?
Yeah. Integration of your employee central and compensation is going to be like inbuilt. Is it motion? Yeah, it's inbuilt. Like we are not going to do any sort of integration, or it's like out of the box functionality. And actually, your integration is going to come when you have your hybrid deployment, which means that your employee central is running, or it's not like employee central. Your core HR is running on your SAP HCM, and your all the talent management models are running on your success factors. That is one place where you will see integration. The other place where you will see the integration is like with respect to the payroll integration, because your payroll and time is not yet completely supported in your success factor system, and that is where you see the integration. But that is we are not going to work on any sort of integration, guys. Let me be very clear, because that is going to be the requirement, or that is going to be the responsibility of the integration consultant. Because your client, we never know what kind of integration tool he is going to use. Whether he might be using Dell Boomi Autosphere, he might be using SAP PIXI, he might be using Informatica Cloud Integration Tool, he might be using Jitterbiter, whatever it may be. And we cannot be an expert in all those modules or on all those tools. So based on the tool that they are going to use, they will hire the corresponding consultant, guys.
Okay, and that is going to be a different individual who does that.
Exactly, that is going to be a different consultant, integration consultant.
Okay, thank you for clearing that.
Yep.
Raghu?
Yeah, someone is asking question, guys. Hello?
Hey, what is it, hybrid implementation you mentioned, Raghu?
Hybrid is like nothing but, see, you have your talent management suite and you have core HR suite, right? So under your talent management modular category solutions, you see your goals, performance, compensation, LMS, recruiting, these kind of modules you see under your talent management suite. And under core HR, you see, like if we talk about SAP terminology, right? OA, PM, ESS, MSS, time, payroll, these things are going to be fall under core HR functionality. And SAP SuccessFactors, when they acquired, right, SAP acquired SuccessFactors system, these guys doesn't have, SuccessFactors doesn't have any solution with respect to the core HR modules. They are just doing business, or they have the functionality to support the talent management suite, that's it. So initial days, or at least even now, people are preferring, because the SuccessFactors is well known for the talent management suite, guys. So that is the reason people might be implementing only the PM, GM, compensation, LMS, recruitment on the SuccessFactors system, and for the core HR, they might be using SAP HCM. In that case, you can see your complete HR system is going to have two systems. One is your SAP SuccessFactors, and another is your SAP HCM, or in fact any other system, guys. So you have two different systems, right? This is called as your hybrid, guys. In fact, when you have hybrid, you should have some sort of integration, whether it is going to be a manual integration or a real-time integration using some middleware tool. It is up to the client how they are going to integrate that. But this kind of implementation is called as hybrid implementation. Is it, Rupesh?
And if they're only doing the talent management suite, what is that called?
No, if it is not integrated with any other module, right? If any other system, it's a standalone implementation, guys.
So as SF consultants, we're only going to be doing the talent management suite, that's it.
No, guys. It's not like that. See, when SuccessFactors came up, it was only this module, but SAP took over a SuccessFactors, right? They implemented a module on SAP SuccessFactors called as Employee Central, which is equivalent to your OA, PM, ESS, time, payroll. I don't say that, but they started their development activity towards time and payroll, moving that time and payroll functionality to Employee Central module. So, yes, going forward, you see the complete functionality on a one system, which is called as SuccessFactors system itself, guys. As a consultant, yes, you are going to work on your talent management suite and your Employee Central. Again, you don't need to be an expert with respect to all the modules. If you are good with respect to one module on your talent management suite and Employee Central and Workforce Analytics, that is good enough to go ahead and get a job in the market, guys, which will definitely add advantage to your profile, guys.
Raghu?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Raghu, I have a question. We will cover like ESS, MSS configuration.
Yeah, we'll do that, guys. How to create your ESS screens, MSS screens, how to populate the documents, all those things we'll cover, guys, under the Employee Central module.
Yeah, what about payroll?
Payroll time because the moment I start payroll time, right, it is very confusing, guys, because the complete functionality is not yet implemented, and you have to depend on your SAP HCM to run your payroll or to push your time data, because only the objects these objects are going to be created using the metadata framework. Those objects are going to be created and the data is going to be pushed from your SAP R3, or it is going to be vice versa, and it is a lot of confusion, because the moment I started, right, people will ask that why you are not able to configure the complete time or payroll, and that is not possible. In fact, like if you talk about SAP HCM payroll, it is going to take 2 to 3 months to complete the course.
Raghu, this is Smita here. I have a question. So if in my company now, they're going to keep PA, OM, and ESSMS and all those stuff in SAP, and we just go ahead and implement comp and performance management.
Okay.
So now when you're talking about integration, who handles that part of it? Is it like an interface?
No.
That data?
Yeah, I got your question. See, the integrations can be different types, guys. One is like manual integration. This manual integration goes with your CSV files. I'll tell you how to extract your data from your SuccessFactors system and how to load your data into SuccessFactors system, and that is a manual integration, guys. And say your customer don't want to do this manual integration. He wants to have some real-time integration, and this real-time integration is going to happen only with your middleware tools. And they can be anything. And the first thing, right? Yes, you need to be, as a consultant, you should be aware about how to load your data into SuccessFactors system using the file-based option. This is SF consultant responsibility, guys. They should be aware about this. But these things, right, with using a middleware tool, it can be anything, guys. It can be and these cannot be mastered by a SF consultant. And they don't expect this functionality from SF consultant, guys.
So can it also be an SAP interface, like a built-in interface from SAP consultant? Can that also do the integration, take care of the integration part from PM, Comp, and SuccessFactors to SAP? Is that an option or no?
Built-in interface.
No, what I mean is you basically develop an interface. Like an SAP person would, an ABAP person will write an interface.
You're talking about web services?
Yeah, so no, to integrate these two models, I mean core HR and the talent management suite, which is an SAP and SuccessFactors.
I think there is an add-on.
Yeah, there is an add-on which SAP provides, which has all the interfaces which already built in.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so the PI needs to be integrated with the SuccessFactors and through.
No, again that is PI, guys. SF integration add-on, right? 3.0 is the latest one. SuccessFactors integration add-on. How it is going to help you? Like the moment you install this add-on SAP HCM system, right? SAP R3. This is going to provide you a couple of programs to extract your data or to load your data into SAP HCM system. And it is going to provide you a couple of interfaces. These interfaces are going to be like handle, which you can hook using your PIXI or Dell Boomi or Informatica. So the first part you can use to extract the data, and that data format can be directly consumable in your SuccessFactors system.
So this, like as a SAP and both SuccessFactor consultant, am I expected to know how to handle this PI and XI interface or the thing, or no? It's not required.
It's not required, guys.
Okay.
PI, XI, any middleware tool, you don't need to be an expert. But if you already know that how to work it, that's an advantage for you. But it's not a mandatory thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
and when
one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
On the program rules for the interfaces, the SAP consultant has to know those things. There are a lot of, like, couple of configuration you have to do on the add-on part, baddies, and that field needs to be done.
But
so
does that functional person do that configuration?
Yes. Means in our implementation we do that. Yes. Not the PI. There is a PI part. There is an add-on part.
The add-on part we are going to see how to install that, how to configure that, what kind of data that you want to extract, what is the frequency. Those things you as a SAP HCM consultant, if you are an SAP R3 consultant, right? Yes, you should be aware about that. Say if you are not from a SAP HCM background, it's not required again, guys. But you have SF integration add-on documentation, guys. It's a pretty good documentation which will explain like what are the different options that are available, what kind of configuration that you can do on the SAP HCM side with respect to the SuccessFactor integration add-on, guys.
Okay, and when it comes to manual integration, if company is going for that, then there must be like the CSV files will be scheduled to run like maybe once in a day or something, and a scheduled run will happen, right? And that's when the files will be pulled and it will be loaded.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you can schedule them, or you can just run those programs to get the data out of SAP HCM, and you can just start loading that into the SuccessFactors.
No, I was just checking. Should somebody like a SF consultant should do that, or can it be automated? Like, can we just schedule a run?
It can be. No. You can do in both ways. It can be automated, or you can do a manual thing as well, guys.
Yeah, this is right. It's like any other interface. Like just schedule a batch job which pulls from SAP and just load it. Send the input file to the SF system. The SF side they will process like that. It's a standard process of the SAP, so there is nothing.
Yep.
Even you don't need a PIXI also. We do have
you don't need any
hybrid implementation. Yeah.
For CSV files, yes, we don't need that.
Yep.
Correct?
Exactly, correct.
Raghu?
Yeah.
I have a last question. Like there is a company who have 10 offices all over the US, like one in Chicago, one New York, one is Boston, and they are going to implement SuccessFactor. So the SuccessFactor consultant will implement on the one place, like in the head office, or it will be implemented all the locations like Boston, New York, Chicago.
See, it all depends on their business model, Tasneem. And for your question, It's not mandatory that the implementation, the project should be at one place or at one place. See, like in fact, take the case of like our thing. We are at the client place, and the actual development configuration is going to happen from India.
Okay.
So it's all like gather the requirements from the client, document them, get a sign off with respect to those things, and then start writing your configuration workbooks, get a sign off on the configuration workbook, and then start configuring the system. And it can be done from any place, guys. There is no, yes, when you are going to gather the requirements or when you are going to interact with the client most of the time, right? Yes, it is good if you are at a client place, but it's not a mandatory thing. No, in fact,
I'm asking, like, is it just a one place implementation, or you have to implement like for every other place the separate implementation? I'm just thinking.
No, it's a one implementation only. Implementation, it is only one project that is going to run. But where from you are doing, it is up to you.
Okay, so like they want to use a success factor in Boston office, so only the administrator will do the work and they will assign the things, whatever. Like you implemented success factor system in like head office in Chicago.
Okay.
And they want to use the success factor in their Boston office or New York office. So are you going to implement in their Boston or Chicago office as well, or they just going to just use the permissions which we are going to do the work, like here the administrative permission, everything?
Yeah, either can happen, Tasneem. There is no big deal in that. See, their offices are 3 different locations as you are talking about. Yes, from 3 different locations, their project team can do the project implementation. No, if they want to do it only at the headquarters, yes, they can do from headquarters also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raghu, a quick question here.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell us about landscape also? Like.
Yeah, I'll talk about that landscape, how to sync your changes from one system to other system. I'll talk about that, guys. In fact, I'll not be able to show you how to sync your changes because I don't have a real landscape, right? I don't have a dev environment or like a QA connected and production. But I'll show you what is the tool that we are going to use. I'll talk about that, guys. I'll give you all the screenshot and all those things, how to migrate your configuration from one system, similar to your transport mechanism, right? We have something called as instance synchronization tool. I'll talk about that and I'll give you the required documentation, guys. Because my system is like a standalone system. It is not connected to any other environment, guys. So that is the reason I'll not be able to use that.
So Raghu, the one which you're talking about, is it newly implemented or is it?
Yeah, it's a newly implemented. At least it is there from past 6 months, guys. But it is a very new.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
What is it called? Sorry.
Instance synchronization tool.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm going to stop it here and I'm going to close the GoToMeeting session. And tomorrow we'll meet at 8 p.m. guys. And for sure I'll send the new GoToMeeting link, guys. Tonight I'll send that. In fact, if you don't receive it, just drop me an email or just text me a message. I'll make sure that I'll send you the link before tomorrow's session itself, guys.
Raghu, just one thing. We have not yet received the rules.
Yeah, that's what I went, right? Let me know, guys, who didn't receive the material.
Yeah, this is Rupesh.
Yeah, Rupesh.
Yeah, I will also see Dipali here.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, Raghu. It's Suresh.
Yeah.
Can you just see my email, please?
Pardon?
Already sent the email to you. Just
okay, yeah, I'll look into it tonight. I'll look into it, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Please look into my emails also.
Oh yeah, I'll look into everyone's email, guys. You don't need to mention explicitly. I'll look into all those emails and reply to you. Yeah.
Raghu, what more do we have to cover in introduction to mastery other than RBP now?
We have many things, guys. We have route maps, we have rating scales, we have succession data model, and in fact, what do you have? What else we have? Yeah, those are the.
What I'm trying to understand is how much more time are we going to spend on this?
Probably like another 4 to 5 hours, guys.
Which is.
No, what you will be covering tomorrow? Raghu?
tomorrow we'll try to complete the RBP, and then we'll try to start working on the rating scales and roadmaps. And we have, and this thing called the proxy management, guys.
Okay, but I think I'm not sure. I didn't attend yesterday's. I think.
No, yesterday is the repetition kind.
We are going to talk about it. Versioning.
No, versioning also I have to talk. But yesterday we didn't talk about versioning, Ray. I'll talk about the versioning and the different modules versioning, how it goes. I'll talk about that. In fact, that is one thing, and the proxy management, the big thing that is pending. Probably like another, not 4 or 5 hours, guys. Probably like 6 to 7 hours. Another 6 to 7 hours on your introduction to mastery.
Will we be able to cover it by this week?
Pardon?
We will be able to cover introduction to mastery by this week?
By this weekend, definitely, yes.
Raghu, about tomorrow's timing. Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Is it possible to get the timing up to 8:30? Because I get done from my class at 8:15.
Okay. So 8:15 is that fine motion?
And I get done at 8:15. I can join my 8:30. I have to just come out from the building and go into the other building to sign in.
Oh, okay. Is that fine, guys? If you start at 8:30 for just for tomorrow? Yeah.
It's okay with me.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you very
definitely.
much.
Yep. Bye, guys.